Here's a quick guide to setting up your wallpaper to automatically change when you arrive at a new location, for example at home or at work. I'm sure sometimes there are wallpapers that we'd like to have at home that perhaps we don't want our colleagues at work seeing, or vice versa. Well, with this really handy tip using shortcuts, you can customize your wallpapers and when they appear on your iPhone or iPad. So the first step is to use the Photos app to create a new photo album for each location where you want your wallpaper to change. So I've got this lovely photo of my cat, Mr. Tibbs, and I've heard that if you put your cats in YouTube videos, you tend to get a thumbs up and subscribe. So let's see if that's true, shall we? Now I want Mr. Tibbs to show up when I'm at home, not when I'm at work. So I'm going to press the share button and I'm going to press add to album. And from here I'm going to create a new album. I'm just going to call this one home location and I'm going to put that photo and nothing else into that album. Now if I jump back out of that picture and onto the album screen, you'll see I've also made an album called work location. In that album I've got a much more neutral picture, just of the ocean looking very calm. Now you can have as many different locations as you want, but make sure you make an album for each one. When you're done, we're going to come out of Photos and open up the Shortcuts app instead. If this isn't on your iPhone already, nip into the App Store and download it. It's completely free and it's made by Apple. Okay, now we're in Shortcuts. We want to go down to the bottom tab bar and choose Automation. And from here, we're going to add a new personal automation. Now at this screen you have different options as to when your automation should trigger. We're going to choose when I arrive. And from here you can then search for a location you want to use. I'm going to search for the school I work in and tap to add that location. I'm then going to press next in the top right corner of my screen, and from here I can add in the actions that are going to happen automatically when I arrive at work. Now we need to add in two different actions to make this shortcut work. And the first one is called Find Photos. So if you search for that at the bottom of your screen, and then you're going to tap on it to add that to your shortcut. From here you have a few different options, and one of them is called Filter. Tap on there, and then you can choose the name of the album you want to find your picture from. So I'm going to search at the top for Work Wallpaper, and then I can tap on there when it comes up. The second action to add is called Set Wallpaper, and again if you search for Wallpaper at the bottom, that should come up. We have an option here, and if you press that arrow, we can turn off the Show Preview option. That means it's not going to ask for confirmation every single time you arrive at home or at work. Now remember, we're just setting up our work shortcut for now, so when you're finished, you're going to press Next in the top corner, and then you're going to save that automation. You may well have guessed, but I'm now going to copy that exact same process for my home wallpaper and my home location. So I'm going to add a new automation. I'm going to choose Personal Automation, and this time I'm going to choose Arrive, but rather than typing in my work address, I'm going to type in my home address instead. Then on the next screen you're going to start adding in your actions, and just like before, our first action is called Find Photo. Don't forget to tap onto Filters and then choose the name of your album. For me this time it's Home Wallpaper, and then you're going to add the second shortcut action, which is Set Wallpaper. From here I'm going to expand the options and turn off Preview, and then I'm going to press Next and Done to save my new automated shortcut. You can see both of these shortcuts on the Automations tab now, and the only thing left to do is now to go to work or to go home and watch what happens. Now the first time this comes up, you may well get a privacy prompt, and if you do you can tap onto Always Allow, but from there on, if you go home, your wallpaper will change. If you go to work, your wallpaper will change. Maybe if you go to the gym, or to school, or to the cinema, wherever it may be, your wallpaper will change. I think this is a super cool shortcut, and it really gives us new possibilities to customize how we use our wallpapers. I really hope you found this quick tip helpful. If you have, please give the video a like, and maybe even consider subscribing down below as well. That will really help me grow my channel and share my quick tips with as many people as possible. I'll see you next time.